Hi guys, you're welcome to today's tutorial which is on the making of this pleated palazzo pants that's very simple, very beautiful and highly beginner friendly. I trust that this is something you would love to watch to the end. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for tuning in, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're highly welcome. Without further ado, let's get right into cutting. This is a fabric I'm going to be making use of. It's a lightweight crepe fabric. You'll be needing about 2.5 to 3 yards to achieve this style. So I'm just going to go right ahead into folding this, and I have this on a fold right here. It's just on a fold of one because I'll be cutting the front first of all. And then to get your fold, just do your hip measurement divided by 2. My hip measurement is 39 inches. Divided by 2 is 19.5 inches. So I have this at 19.5 inches here at that point. Okay, and that is my start line right there. Now from this top here, I'm going to be taking my crotch depth. To get that, you can do your hip divided by 4 plus 1.5 or 2 inches. So my hip divided by 4 is 10 plus 1.5, that's 11 and a half. And then if you notice, I'm taking my actual measurements, okay? I'm not excluding the band I'm going to be taking. Now from this point, I'm going to be taking the full length of my pants, and then the full length is 42 inches. Okay, so I'm just readjusting this, all right? So this line right here is 11.5, and I'm just going to take it all the way to 42 inches, which I'm going to mark. And then I have 2 inches for my bending allowance, which I've done right here, and I'm just extending these lines. Now at this point, which is my crotch line, okay, I'm going to be coming in by 2 inches here. So just come in by 2 inches, and I'll also take this all the way to the top at the waistline 2 inches, and I'll connect this into a straight line. And then from here, I'll create my crotch curve. Please make sure that your curve is not too deep, just a slight curve. And then at the center front here, I'm coming down by 1 inch, and this is to eliminate any bulge that will come up at the waistline, and I'll be connecting it to the side of my trouser here. And now we can proceed to cutting this out, but then before cutting it out, I will just leave half of an inch at the top here so that I'll be using that to stitch to my waistband, and then cutting the bottom and cutting all the way to the crotch line. And yeah, so I'm not slitting open this yet. Don't forget it's on a fold because I'm going to place this on another fabric to cut for the back pattern. So I have my fabric placed on another piece of folded fabric for the back piece, and then the only difference is that this back piece is about 2 inches wider than the front piece. So I'm extending the crotch line from the front to the back, and then at the center front, center back here, center front here, I'm coming up by 1 inch. You can decide to do 1.5 or 2 inches, depends on how butty you are. And then I'm also going out by 2 inches, just like this. And then on the crotch line, I'm going out by 2 inches as well. I'm sorry my camera couldn't capture it. And all the way to the bottom of the trouser, I'm coming out by 2 inches as well. So basically the back piece is just 2 inches wider or bigger than the front piece. So I extend this all the way to the bottom. Now at this point, I'm just going to connect from the top there all the way to the side seam, to the side of my trouser. So just connect it using a straight line like this. And we're basically done. We can proceed to cutting this out, but then I'll just complete extending the 2 inches allowance all the way to the back piece like I'm doing. And if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. It's good to have you back once again. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I hope you found this tutorial useful and practical. Now after cutting, I'm just going to slit open the front. So I have the front here and I've slit it open as you can see. The next thing we're going to do is to make our pockets. So from this point, I'm going out by 2.5 inches, and then I'm coming down by 7 inches, which is my pocket opening. Please note where I'm putting my measuring tape. Okay, so it's below my stitching allowance. And then I'm just going to connect my 2.5 inches to the 7 inches using this slant straight line. And then I'm going to be cutting this off, and this will serve as my pocket opening. So just make sure that both pieces are aligned properly and then trim this off carefully. And I'm also going to be making a notch at the 7-inch mark, okay, so that I don't stitch past it. Here I have my pocket piece and it's 12 inches long and 14 inches wide. And then I'll be needing two pieces of this. I've placed them right sides facing each other. And then I'll get one piece of my front trouser, okay, and place it on this pocket pieces because I want to replicate this slant shape on the fabric that I will be using for my pockets. So make sure they're all aligned properly, and then from the bottom I'm just going to trim this off so that it's equal at the side, and then I'll take it all the way to the top like this, and then I'll also make sure that they're aligned at the top here. So I'll just proceed to stitching my pocket. I have a detailed tutorial on how to attach a pocket. It's going to be coming up right now, so please do well to click on that link to view how I attached my pockets. So here I have my pockets, my front piece. I'm going to place them right sides facing each other, take to the sewing machine and stitch using 1/2 inch at the crotch line. And then the back piece as well, I'm going to place them right sides facing each other and create the same stitch using 1/2 inch. Now this is my front piece. I've stitched them at the crotch line. I'm going to place my pockets right sides facing each other on my front piece this way, and then stitch using 1/4 inch. Like I said, I have a detailed tutorial on how to stitch a pocket. Please do well to watch that. Now I'm done attaching my pocket, but I haven't stitched this part now to the actual trouser. Now the next thing to do is to pleat this waistline back to our actual waist measurement. Don't forget we used our hip measurement in drafting this piece. Okay, now from this center front here, from this center stitch, you'll be coming out by 6 inches. Please, I actually came out by 5 inches here, but then after stitching I realized I had to readjust it. So please come out by 6 inches on both sides instead of 5 inches. All right, so after coming out by 6 inches, my waist measurement is 29 inches. Half of that, a quarter of that is about 7 1/4. Then I want to use about 3/4 of an inch on both sides to stitch. So that's 7 1/4 and 3 1/4. That's 8 inches. Okay, so I need to have 8 inches on this side and 8 inches on the other side to make up half of my waist measurement. All right, so from that 6 inch mark, I'm now just going to try to pleat one side of my front piece so that from the center front to the side I should have 8 inches. So I'm just readjusting, so I have 8 inches here, which is accurate. I'm just going to make use of my pins to hold this down. I'm just going to take this again. Now from this center front, okay, from this center stitch, come out by 6 inches. Now on that 6 inch mark, from that point, just pick up the 6 inch mark and then create a pleat to the side of your trouser to get at least half of your waist measurement. So here I'm just basically drafting 2.5 inches, which is what I cut out for my actual pocket, okay, to make up my trouser. So just ignore that side. And then I'm holding this down with a pin. So I'm picking up my 6 inch mark, okay, and then I'm creating a pleat to the side of the trouser, and then I'm trying to find out from this center front here all the way here if I have 8 inches accurately. So yes, I have 8 inches, and then I'm just going to pin this down. I'll take this to the sewing machine and run a stitch so that the pleat and the pocket and the main trouser are held in one stitch. I'll do that for this side, and then we'll work on the back piece as well. And then also you can create your crease line by ironing. So here is my back piece. This is going to be a lot easier. So like I said, I corrected it by coming out by 6 inches instead of 5 inches. Okay, I'm picking up my 6 inch mark and taking it to the side of the trouser, and then I'm just going to check to be sure that I have 8 inches, which I have here, which is perfect. And then I'm just going to hold this down. Now on the other side, the same thing, pick up your 6 inch mark and then check if you have up to half of your waist measurement, which I don't. I'm readjusting, and then I have 8 inches. I'm going to hold this down with a pin, which is just perfect. I'll take this to the sewing machine and then run a stitch on the waistline, making sure the pleat and the trouser are in one piece. Now this is a fabric I'm going to be making use of for my band. There are different ways of stitching a band. This is on fold, and it's on fold of 2¼ inches. Okay, so my front piece and my back piece will have individual bands. So I'm cutting out about 17 inches for both of them. So this is my first 17 inches for the front, and then the 17 inches for the back. Now I'm just going to get my front piece. I'll place them right sides facing each other, and then I will stitch in about 1/2 or 1/4 inch. I'll do the same thing for the back piece as well. And after stitching the band, this is what I have. This is the front piece. As you can see, the pleat is looking beautiful, and then this is the back piece. I'm going to be weaving them later on. The next thing I'm going to do is place them right sides facing each other. I'll stitch them using 1/2 inch, making sure that the stitches align, and then I'll stitch using 1/2 inch on this side and then on this side. Now for my side stitching, I left about 3/4 inch on both sides. I'm going to be using 3/4 inch to stitch both sides. Now my zipper is going to be by the side, so I'll leave it open up to this point and then stitch all the way to the bottom, and then I'll hem the bottom of the pants and I'll show you what it looks like. And this is the final look, guys. As you see, it turned out very beautiful. I absolutely love the blueprint, and I'm telling you, videos ain't doing justice to this pant. So thank you so much for watching up to this point. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe till my next video. Bye.